As Instacart's quest to conquer online delivery continues, it's loaded up on a bunch of partnerships to further its ecosystem across retail, restaurants, home improvement, beauty, pet care, floral delivery, travel, public transit, and international markets, showing how its strategy is to evolve beyond a traditional grocery delivery platform into a broader retail technology and logistics provider. In beauty and personal care, Instacart partnered with Lush Cosmetics to offer same-day delivery from 250 stores across the United States and Canada. Customers can shop more than 600 handmade products, including bath bombs, skincare, and hair care items, at same as in-store pricing, with delivery available in as little as 1 hour. Around peak seasonal moments such as Valentine's Day, the partnership highlights Instacart's ability to support specialty retail categories beyond groceries. Through a nationwide partnership with 1-800-Flowers.com, it entered the floral category. Customers can order bouquets and gifts from more than 700 florist locations directly through the Instacart app, with options for scheduled delivery up to 5 days in advance or same-day fulfillment in select markets. Products are offered without markup, and the launch strategically coincided with Valentine's Day demand, when flower orders historically surge. In pet retail, Instacart formed a partnership with Pet Supplies Plus, enabling same-day delivery from over 700 stores nationwide. Customers gain access to more than 11,000 products across 400 brands, including items from Wag-N wash locations. The agreement positions Instacart as the only online marketplace featuring all 5 of the top U.S. pet retailers, strengthening its foothold in a fast-growing consumer category. Instacart has also expanded into home improvement through a collaboration with Home Depot Canada. The partnership offers same-day delivery from more than 175 Canadian stores and includes Instacart's big and bulky fulfillment capabilities, allowing delivery of items weighing up to 60 pounds. This marks the first time a nationwide home improvement retailer in Canada has become available on the platform and broadens Instacart's assortment beyond food and consumables. In the restaurant and retail technology space, a partnership with Toast allows Toast's retail customers to sync inventory directly with the Instacart marketplace, streamlining onboarding and maintaining accurate online stock levels using SKU data integration and barcode optimization tools. For restaurants, Instacart Business provides just-in-time procurement of ingredients and supplies with same-day delivery, often within an hour. Operators also gain access to Instacart Plus subscription benefits, including shared memberships and cashback incentives. A pilot program is underway, with broader U.S. rollout planned. On top of that, the relationship with Allegiance Retail Services was deepened to support more than 125 independently owned supermarkets in the Northeast. Through this expansion, Instacart's Storefront Pro powers e-commerce capabilities across Allegiance retailers while integrating loyalty programs via App Card to unify online and in-store promotions. Select Foodtown locations have deployed AI Caper Carts, and additional technology such as FoodStorm catering management and Carrot Ads retail media tools, which are being implemented to strengthen omni-channel capabilities. Instacart has also integrated its services into other consumer platforms. A partnership with Grubhub allows customers to order groceries directly through the Grubhub app, with fulfillment handled by Instacart shoppers. The service is rolling out nationwide and includes promotional incentives for Grubhub Plus members. Similarly, a collaboration with United Airlines enables Mileage Plus members to earn airline miles on grocery purchases and receive waived delivery fees around their travel dates, embedding Instacart's offerings into travel loyalty ecosystems. Internationally, Instacart expanded its long-standing relationship with Costco by launching Costco's first same-day delivery websites in France and Spain. Powered by Instacart's Storefront Pro technology, the service provides same-as-in-store pricing, with flat service fees, and marks Instacart's entry into these European markets. Another sign of how the cart is covering enterprise commerce infrastructure beyond North America. Instacart has also engaged in public sector collaboration through a pilot program with Portland's TriMet Transit Agency. The initiative provided Instacart Plus memberships to paratransit riders, allowing participants to order groceries for home delivery instead of relying on costly transportation services. The program achieved significant cost savings for the transit agency and received a National Innovation Award, demonstrating Instacart's potential role in accessibility improvement. So as Instacart keeps positioning itself as a multi-category marketplace and retail technology platform, rather than solely a grocery delivery intermediary, this ongoing evolution into a comprehensive commerce and logistics ecosystem has growing potential, but competitive pressures remain in the broader delivery landscape, especially seeing as how Amazon is aggressively expanding into grocery delivery and radically rattling the sector, putting a damper on Instacart and others like Kroger, Uber, DoorDash, and Walmart. In particular, Amazon plans to expand its same-day delivery service for fresh groceries to more than 2,300 U.S. cities and towns, with further expansion slated for 2026. Amazon said perishable grocery sales through the service have surged dramatically since early 2025, with fresh items now accounting for 9 of the 10 most ordered same-day products. Amazon has also increased its perishable selection by more than 30% in recent months, including thousands of Whole Foods items. Prime members receive free same-day delivery on orders over $25, while non-Prime customers pay a flat $12.99 fee. On top of that, Amazon is testing Amazon Now, an ultra-fast delivery service promising groceries and everyday essentials in 30 minutes or less. It's reportedly building or renovating small urban delivery hubs and recruiting warehouse staff and drivers to support what it describes as its fastest delivery operation yet. This initiative targets high-density metro markets and signals a direct challenge to dedicated grocery delivery platforms. Amazon's broader grocery strategy includes opening more than 100 new Whole Foods Market stores over the next several years, while closing Amazon Go and Amazon Fresh locations, with some converted into Whole Foods sites. At the same time, it's also expanding its smaller Whole Foods Market daily shop format, focused on grab-and-go meals and everyday essentials. Amazon says it is now one of the top 3 grocers in the U.S., generating over $150 billion in grocery gross sales annually and serving more than 150 million grocery shoppers each year. Everyday essentials account for roughly 1/3 of all units sold on Amazon.com, and customers who add fresh groceries to same-day orders reportedly shop twice as often. Despite competitive concerns, some analysts remain constructive on Instacart, noting its strong margins, solid liquidity, and continued enterprise growth. However, Amazon's scale, logistics network, and Prime ecosystem pose a significant long-term competitive threat to grocery delivery platforms and traditional supermarkets alike. That's why Instacart continues to deepen partnerships with independent grocers through its enterprise solutions, including Caper Carts, Storefront Pro, FoodStorm, and AI-powered tools. Caper Cart's smart shopping carts, equipped with AI sensors and NVIDIA Jetson technology, allow customers to scan items, track spending, redeem coupons, and check out directly from the cart. Adoption has nearly tripled year over year, now operating in nearly 100 cities across 15 states. Retailers report strong engagement, including high coupon redemption rates. FoodStorm, Instacart's order management system for prepared foods, is now active in over 3,000 stores, while Storefront Pro provides white-label e-commerce solutions with ad integration, personalization, and access to Instacart's Carrot Ads retail media network. Business-focused features such as bulk ordering, multi-user managements, spending controls, and cashback incentives have expanded across its white-label platform, leading to more than 1 million business customers using Instacart in the past year. Instacart also partnered with Merchants Distributors, MDI, expanding e-commerce services to over 600 independent grocery stores across 12 states. It also launched AI Solutions, a suite of tools targeting 5 areas: AI assistance, in-store intelligence, catalog intelligence, analytics, and agentic commerce. Retailers like Kroger and Sprouts are adopting AI shopping assistants, while StoreView uses computer vision to track inventory levels in real time. Instacart's catalog engine enhances product listings with nutrition, allergen, and health data, processing over 1 billion data points. Additionally, Instacart introduced the Consumer Insights Portal, CIP, giving brands real-time, SKU-level sales data, search behavior insights, promotion performance metrics, and substitution analysis. The platform draws from activity across nearly 100,000 stores and over 1,800 retail partners. Then, for more reach, Instacart significantly expanded its advertising ecosystem. A new integration with TikTok allows consumer packaged goods, CPG brands, to use Instacart's first-party retail data directly within TikTok Ads Manager for audience targeting and closed-loop sales measurement. This makes Instacart the first retail media network offering full end-to-end capabilities natively on TikTok. It also received Expanded Media Rating Council (MRC) accreditation for its Carrot Ads platform, covering ad measurement standards across marketplace and white-label partner sites. Instacart's advertising network includes more than 7,500 brands and 1,800 retail partners. Retail media remains a high-margin business, with gross profit margins around 75%. On the flip side, the use of AI to scale has led to Instacart facing serious scrutiny over its AI pricing practices. A study by nonprofit groups found price differences of up to 23% between customers for identical grocery items, with average differences around 7 to 13%. Critics argued that algorithmic pricing experiments resulted in consumers paying different amounts for the same products. The Federal Trade Commission launched an investigation into Instacart's Eversight pricing tool and later reached a $60 million settlement over allegations of deceptive practices, including misleading free delivery claims, improper subscription enrollments, and refund practices. Instacart then agreed to issue refunds and modify disclosures. New York Attorney General Letitia James also demanded information regarding compliance with the state's Algorithmic Pricing Disclosure Act, which requires clear disclosure when personal data is used to set prices. Instacart has stated that its pricing tests were randomized A/B experiments, not based on personal or behavioral data, and that retailers, not Instacart, generally set item prices. Speaking of New York, Instacart sued New York City in federal court to block enforcement of 5 new local laws affecting grocery delivery platforms, including a minimum pay requirement and new tipping disclosure rules. The lawsuit argues that federal law prohibits state and local governments from regulating prices and services for platform-based companies and contends that New York State, not the city, has authority over wage standards. Instacart also claims the laws violate the U.S. Constitution by discriminating against out-of-state businesses. At the center of the dispute is Local Law 124, which would require grocery delivery workers to earn at least $21.44 per hour, matching the minimum already established for restaurant delivery workers. Instacart says its shoppers currently average about $13 per hour and operate as independent contractors without traditional employment benefits. The company argues the new pay mandate would force it to restructure its platform, limit shopper flexibility, raise consumer fees, and disrupt relationships with retailers. It is seeking an injunction to prevent what it calls irreparable harm. Another challenged measure, Local Law 107, would require the app to default to tipping options of at least 10% of the order total, or allow customers to manually enter a tip amount. Additional laws impose expanded record-keeping and disclosure requirements. The New York City Department of Consumer and Worker Protection defended the legislation, stating that app-based grocery workers deserve fair compensation comparable to other workers in the city. The City Council passed the minimum pay law over Mayor Eric Adams' veto, while he did not sign the tipping bill. In addition to strong margins and liquidity, some expect Instacart could offset higher labor costs through efficiencies or higher consumer fees, similar to how other delivery platforms adapted to prior wage regulations. For Q4 2025, Instacart showed its strongest growth in 3 years, signaling renewed momentum across marketplace, enterprise software, and advertising as it enters 2026. Gross transaction value, GTV, rose 14% year-over-year to $9.85 billion, ahead of expectations, while orders increased 16% to 89.5 million. Revenue reached $992 million, up 12.3%, and adjusted EBITDA climbed 20% to $303 million, underscoring operating leverage. GAAP net income fell 46% to $81 million, primarily due to a $60 million FTC-related charge. Excluding that, profitability would have improved year over year. In the broader context, Instacart explains that enterprise relationships are deepening, with it now powering more than 380 grocery e-commerce sites and supporting over 2,200 retail banners. Partnerships with retailers like Costco and Sprouts Farmers Market illustrate its land and expand model, layering marketplace access, Storefront Pro, Carrot ads, fulfillment tools, and in-store technologies such as Capercart. This integration strengthens switching costs and improves order density and cost efficiency. Advertising remains a key profit engine. Ad and other revenue grew 10% to $294 million, with more than 9,000 active brands and Carrot ads on over 310 retailer sites. While publisher payments are rising as part of off-platform partnerships with companies like Meta Platforms and Google, management framed this as intentional investment, expecting growth in these costs to moderate in 2026. Looking ahead, Q1 2026 guidance calls for GTV of $10.125 to $10.275 billion, up 11 to 13%, and adjusted EBITDA of $280 to $290 million, up 15 to 19%. For full year 2026, Instacart expects EBITDA growth to outpace GTV growth, though expansion will moderate as it reinvests in AI, enterprise tools, and ads. With $1.4 billion in 2025 buybacks and about $1 billion in cash, Instacart is prepared to coast through 2026 with fluidity, like when you used to ride shopping carts like a scooter. So let's see what else gets put into the proverbial cart for scaling its ecosystem rather than just chasing marketplace volume. Now, after you make your grocery run or put in your next delivery order, you might want to consider putting some precious metals in your cart next time. In case you haven't heard, gold and silver have been bought up like toilet paper during the start of the pandemic. So, check out this simple, free guide that covers everything you need to know about buying gold and silver. Link in the description and pinned comment.